year, and we'll bring up highlights of the game now as we're just talking through Ballinteer's chances this year.
Yeah, look, there's some big teams available across the championship, so I think, for Ballinteer it's a matter of can you get a win under your belt, which they've done, and then gives them an opportunity to move forward. And if you look back then in terms of how first half played out, seeing a score there from Owen Fitzpatrick, there was probably a little bit better movement from Ballinteer up front. They seemed to have more numbers when play broke down. If you look at that last play there's 3 here. There's total indecision from Ballinteer there. The ball bounces. Clabby might have a chance to get to it, but all credit to Dylan Connolly. He was brave and went in and stuck it into the net. But it kind of came against the run of play from a Ballinteer perspective. And from there they kicked on. They scored 1-4 in the following 10 minutes from the goal. There was Luke Brannock came into the game a little bit. In that time, they created a lot of goal-scoring opportunities. And we see here again where we've given a huge praise to Simon Murphy. Stood up, took it in the chest. They managed to win a free off it that Brannock knocks over the bar. But, Ballinteer consistently in that first, I suppose, 15-20 minutes created goal chances. And it came from that earlier push. Right man, right time in terms of Luke Brannock heading in on goal there. Absolutely roofs it in terms of a finish.
And Donnacha Carey with the turnover as well. Like, he gets a goal in the second half. And did that typify Ballinteer's ability to turn over Sylvesters and then punish them?
Yeah, I think we spoke about that in the commentary, Shane, and that Ballinteer were further up the field. So the turnover, you were inside Sylvesters 45. Sylvesters were conceding a lot of space, allowing Ballinteer have the ball. But in the latter half of the first half, where the push came on, Cunningham wins the ball, shifts it off to his midfield partner there, Archibald, to knock it over the bar. So they did a little bit more to the latter end. They outscored Ballinteer in those last 5-7 minutes of the half by 4 points to 2 in the opening, 4 points to 2. You mentioned about a good foul. That was probably a good foul from a Ballinteer perspective, because there's a goal chance on there and you give away the free. Backed himself again, Archibald, to flick it over the bar. That was their final score of the half. Before then, Luke Brannock, sold a pup and then stuck this one over on the outside of the boot, which left it a 1-8 to 1-5 at half time. So Ballinteer would have gone in happy enough at half time. Sylvesters needed to come out with a start. They managed to do that. They got a free from Alex Wright, who was quite consistent what he did all day from free taking. Ballinteer got 2 on the spin there. Opened it up a little bit again. This guy had a good second half. Donnacha Carey, he finished with a goal as well. So 1-1 was his tally in the second half. But again, Sylvesters responded. So on the 39-minute mark, these couple of scores narrowed the gap down to 1-8 to 1-10. So there was 2 points between the teams. You were thinking, there might be an opportunity to push on here. That's that languid style of Wright we spoke about.
Outside of Wright, the only score that a forward from Sylvesters got from play was Keane Whitney's, the beautiful left-footed curler. So it just showed they didn't have enough spread of scores.
Yeah, 100%. And that was, we were just talking about that spread. If you don't even it out, you can't bank on someone to kick frees for you all day long. And this is the ultimate death knell for Sylvesters. Great little move inside. Big hit. Manages to stay on his feet, and Carey sticks it into the net there. And then at that stage, it's 2-13 or 2-12 that Ballinteer have, playing 1-8. And from there, it was just a matter of seeing out the game. Credit to Sylvesters, while the game was gone from them, they probably created more of the chances in the last.
They missed 6 of their last 7 shots, so they were forcing it, but it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, they certainly created the chances. But again, I mentioned, I don't mean that the inevitability of a Ballinteer feeling we have this team won, just control the ball. But then Clabby ran into difficulty on a couple of the kick-outs. I don't think it was a free, but there was a chance there to get a score that was just tailed wide a little bit. But the kick-outs, when they were given away, look at the impetus it gives Sylvesters moving forward. They suddenly have numbers ahead of the ball. They're able to create a little bit of space. Again, a goal chance. You just wonder when this one landed, could he have pulled the trigger straight away? But a brilliant Clabby stood up, got a block on it, and managed to get it away in the end there. So credit to Sylvesters. They did stick at it in those last 10 or 12 minutes. It evened itself out. There was 2 scores apiece over that last 10 minutes or such. So the game really petered out to an end rather than any big climax. And credit to Owen Fitzpatrick. He's been a warhorse for Ballinteer over the years. He continues to carry through. Played Ballybowden last year in the championship, played Ballymun last year in the championship. So they get a chance to go again as those couple of teams and see if they can improve on what they